Okay, I'm going to record my first video in quite a while. The combination of having a 1-year-old and having a job that keeps me pretty busy during the school year means I wasn't playing a lot of EverQuest, but summertime, I'm going to make another video here. I've been doing Rat Maze in the Plane of Mischief. So here's the map of the Rat Maze. It's a maze. They're not lying. For the most part, it seems like when you drop down, there's kind of one route that you can kind of go through. There's this one loop. This part here, if you get into this area, is kind of can be a little bit confusing. If you're just trying to make your way through, you can keep wrapping back around on yourself or something. But for the most part, it's like, okay, if you hit a dead end, if you go back out the other way, you can kind of keep making progress. But there's this lava pool. Well, it's not really lava, it's water. You can swim in it. That's where I am. And I actually bind here. I think it's kind of nice to be able to just bind in this room. There's access to several rats in this area. And then there's 3 tunnels that you can go down. I would say the most heavily camped area is probably like the spot 1 is where you drop in from like the castle entrance. So I think most people probably kind of work their way around this way. So I like to bind in here, and then I will work my way down the tunnels kind of in a different direction. So then also, if you bind here, you have easy access to get out. So basically, I'll show this. If you swim underneath here, so it's not lava, it's just water. It's like red water. This turn always gets me here. You have to turn that way and then turn this way, and then you're out and you pop up into this room here, and you can run through this wall and you're back in the chest room. So here's 2. So if you're familiar with Plane of Mischief, you should probably be aware where this room is. This video is not going to be like a full explanation of Plane of Mischief. So I'll get back down to that pit. Okay, yeah. So there's in this room. So there's a rat that will path in and out of this door. I think that's this guy. So I'm gonna root this guy right here. Start the pull here. I might get an ad. Oh wow, there's another guy right on me. I'm just too big. I didn't even see him. Okay, so one of these guys paths in and out of this one, and one of them paths in and out of this one, and then there's another one, another rat that will path right up here. So I think eventually he should see that guy and assist and add in, and then I'll kill those 3. There is a rat that stands just on the other side of this door here. You could pull it in this room and have a 4 pull, and I didn't set my root timer. Alright, I'll start it on this guy. See now this. So I started making a root timer. I'm level 56 now. Oh yeah, let's see. Here's this guy. So I'll just root him right there. I need to remember that that guy was rooted before that root timer was started. So really probably with like 30 seconds or something, I need to reroute that guy. I think having a root timer with a 3-minute root is helpful. Okay, let's see here. Did I? Yeah. Okay, so I did dot this guy. Okay, everybody's dotted. Yeah, so, right. Then there is a mob that just stands right there. So if you root a rat right in front of that door, it'll see it through the door and assist it. So you could get 4 rats on 1 pull here if you wanted to. But I saved that rat for the next pull. That's the one thing about this. So, like, the zone experience modifier is really high here in Plane of Mischief. Okay, so who is it? Is it you or you? Looks like it's you. So the zone experience modifier is really high here. So the experience is pretty good, even if you're not pulling like 4 or 5 of these rats at a time, like you could do in some other zone. Um, but yeah, down here, I'm not sure if you'd want to be like this is one of the only kind of open areas in the rat maze. Like all these tunnels are really tight quarters, and it's just. And these mobs are a lot tougher than those mobs I was doing in like Howling Stone's End. Like they hit hard, they're higher level, and they can. Oh, okay, that probably was. I knew that was the first one to go, but I guess I thought I had more time. So these other mobs, like I definitely. These other mobs I rerouted too quickly, but I like to just go through and route them all so to keep them in line with the timer. So it'll be this one first, this one second, and the one in the door third. And so then when the timer's just starting to get low, I'll route them again. And oh, not you, right? It's you. No. Yes. Crap. Okay. No, it wasn't that one. So I guess it's this guy. I'm back to these. I'm gonna play like crap since I'm talking to the camera or talking to the mic. But yeah, the experience is pretty good, and it's easy to get lost. They don't call it a rat maze for no reason. But I think the strategy of binding in this area is pretty good. You can wander down a tunnel and pull the rats down the tunnel. If you ever get turned around and get lost, you can always just gate back into this room and then go down a different tunnel. The one downside to this zone, I would say, well, one of the downsides to this zone is the respawn is like over an hour. It's like 70 some minutes. I don't remember exactly what it is. So this area can be popular, and it can't really support a ton of people because of the really long respawn duration. So if it gets crowded down here, I usually just play somebody else. But if you get it open, it's pretty good experience. And yeah, I think I was starting to say earlier, if you get a couple of these mobs hitting you at the same time, they could definitely kill you. And it's tight fighting quarters, so you can't really stay a long ways away from them. So it's just harder to like pull and maneuver. Oftentimes, when you're in the tunnels, I've got to kind of like run through the rooted mobs. It may be worth it to slow them sometime. Oh shoot, my route timer. Fizzle. I'm sleeping on my route timer. That was probably pretty close, actually. What the crap? You saying I can't see that guy?
Fizzle. Fungi stab faded.
Okay, so who do I have to dot? Okay, he's ticking, so I guess it's just this guy. I really need to get a library card on this guy. I've got enough of these words of wealth to make words of wealth parts to make several words of wealth. And so these rats will drop for cards. They drop squires and they drop knights. So you fight here long enough and you get several sets of those. I can keep dumping them to my also squires are not worth much money, but the crowns are worth, I think it's like 400 plat or something like that. It's not nothing. So of course the crowns are worth more like 3,000, 4,000, and the thrones are worth like 50,000 depending on the color. But those are only dropped by much tougher mobs than this. So I'm level 56 now. So right, so I've got my 3-minute route. I've got my Bane of Knife dot. So I do. That's one of the things. So it's like if you get a lot of the pulls are just 2 rats, and then I get caught up on my mana, and I will start mixing in some Banes to speed it up. So instead, this one will die in a tick or two. The other one's got just a few more 30 seconds left on the route. Well, probably more like 45 seconds left on the route. This is nice. Thinks I can't see this thing. I can cast on it, but the target NPC button isn't working. Alright, so I'll probably throw in a JBB here in a second to make sure this thing dies before it becomes unrooted. JBB is usually about 4%. So I'll start it now. Another dot tick will get in there and the JBB will kill it. And this is an outdoor zone, so you can use Spirit of Wolf, which is nice. So I usually start going up this way. So there's this guy. Again, you can pull him if you want, but otherwise, yeah. So there's just one other rat that stands down here. So I usually mallow this guy and then run him to the other rat. And do the 2 together. It's down to the left here, so that guy there. That guy will be a single. There's not another one for a while. So wait for our friend to show up. Start our route timer. This one route first and then mellow. And start the dots. These guys will definitely be mixing in some Bane of Knives to speed them up. And that root timer, right, kind of lets you know. So again, the Bane of Knife has a direct damage component at the beginning of it that will give it a chance to break root. So, if possible, I like to try to time the Banes right before I'm about to root anyway. But this one I'm probably going to start a little early if needed because I'm about to hit full mana. So we'll go ahead and throw in a Bane here. And if I get smacked in the face, I get smacked in the face. That's fake. Then to be able to see him, you need to, it looks like he's trying to run through the wall. Okay. To get him to see him, you gotta move a little bit to get him to turn directions, and then he reappears. Otherwise, it'll tell you can't see him. So the Banes did not break the roots. These Terralings are some of the tough. So there definitely are like different levels to these rats. So it seems like these Terralings and there's these rat fink mobs. That seem to be the toughest. In some sense, what I mean by toughest is they take the most casts of the epic dot to kill, the most hit points, but I think they also probably hit harder too. The Ratman Ragers, I feel like, yeah, I'm not totally sure. I think they're some of the lower level mobs. So then there's, yeah, those 3 that I killed back before. They were all the same type. What were they? They were, I forget what they're called. Ratling. Yeah, they were all Ratlings. So there's Ratlings, there's these Terralings. Like at first I thought like maybe that was a named or something, but no, there's just a bunch of those rats that have that name. There's a Ratman Ragers, Rat Finks. I see like that. Ratman Rager is about to die, or it's a lot lower than the Terraling, even though they've had Terraling's got, looks like maybe it has twice as many hit points as the Ratman Rager, which is kind of insane, really, because I've put the exact same dots on them, 2 Cast of Epic Dot and 1 Bane, so I'm probably going to want to throw another Bane on this Terraling. This time I will wait. I'll cast it right before this root's about to break anyway, so that if the Bane breaks it, then whatever, I'm going to be casting Root anyway. Paralyzing Earth is not a free spell by any means, but it's nice. 3-minute Root. And the Mallow spell, Mallow line of spells, dispels the poison, which is nice, so you don't really get, like, I want a Mallow anyway just to make the roots hold better. And it also dispels poison. It doesn't dispel disease. Let's do this staff and I'll go ahead and... Oh. Okay. Got the Epic Dot fading. This Epic Dot will kill that Rager. But I'm still going to have to root him, which is kind of annoying. So we're going to Bane that terribly. Once again. See, it's going to say I don't see him, right? Oh, okay. It does say I see him, even though that silly bug is there. So I'm going to have to reroute this guy, unfortunately. But whatever. Whatever. It's going to take a few... I'm probably going to have to do another Epic Dot on this Terraling in order to kill it.
Fizzle. Fizzle.
That Bane fades. Maybe I should, well, I don't know, whatever. And the Rager's down. So yeah, that Rager had like half the hit points of this Terraling. That's a big gap. I don't know if I've seen that big of a gap before. Alright, there, that one's off. Yeah, this... How do I want to do this? This epic dot is not going to kill him. I might need a JBB or two. Right, so and so I didn't say it at the beginning, but nothing. You're like not KOS to almost anything in this zone by default. There are a few mobs that you can kill that will lower your faction, but then there's a quest that you can turn in to boost your faction back up. So for the most part, you're nothing is kill on sight, but everything will assist each other. So the puppets are kill on sight. The what's that gigantic bunny that's red to level 60s? I forget his name, but he's kill on sight, I believe. And that's the mob that if you kill it, it lowers your faction to plane of mischief, but then you can turn it back in. The puppets are kill on sight to start, but if you kill them, they don't. All right. Yeah, so this should kill him. Alright. Do so. There's a knight. Blue knight. Oh, okay, I didn't have that one yet. So the next mob. Oh, okay, he's right here. So I think so. Normally I root that guy right there, but I don't like that. So the next mob is quite a ways away. Let's see. Is there a tunnel? Yeah, let's. Yeah, so that's the next one. That's that Ratfink. Okay, actually, I'm gonna pull. I haven't done this one yet. I usually pull like that Ratfink back to this guy, but I think I'm gonna do it the other way this time. I think I'm going to. You kind of need to know these turns, like which part goes to be able to do this stuff. Otherwise, you run yourself into a corner and you get the crap kicked out of yourself. Okay, so root this guy here. All right. And now the Ratfink. Let's see. I think I will just park him right there. Well, just kidding. I didn't do my root timer. Okay, so I need to remember.
Bungee staff faded.
I need to remember that root timer is a little late. It can be a little resisty without Mallow for sure. Just think it's always worth mallowing when you're root routing mobs. To me, the roots will definitely, like, there's a noticeable difference. Okay, who did I dot first? Ratfink. Okay, so Ratfink I dotted first. Slow is debatable. Slow is kind of an expensive spell, really, if you're going to be casting it on every single one of these. I have died a couple times. Feels like it's pretty rare, but at the same time, like every time I've died. It's felt like, man, I got unlucky on interrupts on my route. One of the times I died, I wasn't aware there was an ad around the corner. Now I know where that ad is. These Ratfinks can be tough mobs, so let's see here. So the Terraling has more hit points. And of course, there's different levels in these mobs, so. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do a Bane. Be ready to do my root timer. so. Of course this guy breaks. He's a jerk like that. He interrupts me. Alright, so now this time the rat fink is rooted first.
Fizzle.
So a lot of these poles are just too back in the tunnels. Oop, that's a bait, not a epic dot. A lot of these poles are just too. I think like, if you're gonna try to get more than two, you'd have to drag them a long ways down the tunnel, and you'd have to not make wrong turns as you're doing that. So there are a couple spots where you can get three pretty easily, but for the most part, they're two, and you oftentimes have to pull them a ways in order to get to, like I did with these two. But still, the experience seems to be pretty good. There's a camp in Solby I want to try out. I haven't been to it yet. Now that I got my 3-minute route, but I got my main here in playing a Mischief, and so just like the fact that I can get cards, that I can get Words of Wealth and stuff like that. But I haven't been able to. I haven't really been playing my main much. One of the things I was doing a lot before this last semester was grinding a lot of puppets with my friend Bold. And we were getting, thrones and stuff from there, doing that camp. Kind of was hoping to grind a bunch of doll turn-ins. Did that fade? Is that... No. That's an old one. Someone's doing a camp check, but they don't care about this probably. Almost certainly. They're probably looking to... A4 is like the main solo camp in this zone where you can get thrones. But I really just... Again, the respawn time is so long. Go ahead and redo this route. So a lot of this, a lot of the camps, a lot of the solo camps here are AFK camps. So like if you're going to be AFK, it works. So A4 is a little different. I mean, so there's 5 mobs, 2 halflings, a rat, gorilla, and 22. So that's 5 mobs in A4. Yeah. And then you have like an hour and 10 minutes, hour 12 minutes, something like that on the respawn. It's just not a very efficient way to get thrones if you can, compared to dueling puppets. Even though you split the cards 2 ways, it's just way faster. Puppets you can do every hour. Anyway, blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Playing a Mischief gear is really good, but it's expensive if you're gonna pay for it, and it's a grind if you're gonna grind for it. So, but I do want to get that Plane of Mischief robe on my enchanter. There's some nice stuff for Shaman here too. A lot of the flowers would be really good to have. I don't, we've grinded a bunch of cards and stuff, but I still don't have like really anything. Like we used a lot of the cards we were getting for puppets on doll turn-ins, hoping to get lucky and score like a shaman doll, shaman box, or a enchanter box, and we haven't been able to do it. We've gotten a bunch of stuff that wasn't Wasn't what you're looking for. Okay, let's see here. So I believe this way is the way to go. The next pull, I sometimes get 3. Okay, so there's this guy. That guy's static. And then I think he's static. And then there's a couple pathers. Sometimes I get 3 on the... Okay, so here's a pather. So there's that guy too. How do I want to do this? Okay, my talisman's going. Yeah, that guy just stays there. Do I want to try to do a 3? I think I want... I don't think so. Oops. I'm gonna get him. Oh, okay. He does path. Of course. That's the one I want to root anyway. That's the tougher mob. Okay, so do the root timer. Here comes the ratling. Let's park the ratling back here, actually. Yeah, all my buffs are fading, which is kind of annoying. Okay, so how did I mallow that guy? I didn't, right? Okay, so I'm going to mallow that rat fake. Gosh, yeah, okay. So then we'll park that guy. And that's kind of annoying, really. Can I not see both of them? Okay. I think I should be able to see that rager. I gotta spread those buffs out. I didn't mallow this guy, I'm pretty sure. Let's see if I can cast on this guy. Nice. Okay. I don't always get 3 here, and
Fizzle.
I mean, I suppose maybe I should be. I usually do root that guy there. Maybe I should be pulling him around this corner into this area to make sure I get the 3. Alright, now all my buffs are down. Okay. Like on a camp check, you certainly can't call the rat maze. Like, you're not killing all the rats in the rat maze. Usually if people do a camp check, I just ignore it because... Because they almost certainly don't care about this camp, and I mean, I can't call this a camp. It's like, I'm doing some rats. It's just kind of like people just kind of clear rats, and if you run into another person and just turn around and go back, seems to be kind of the etiquette. People just kind of expect, yeah, you might run into someone when you're running around down
Fizzle.
here. Alright, let's see here. Shroud of Spirits. do health. I still have to cast an agility buff, or else my agility dips underneath the AC penalty. Oh, I guess it's this guy. Hi, friend. Oh man, I'm gonna be out of range for this guy tonight. That's so annoying. Well, time to get my butt kicked. That's the thing, right? Like, fighting in these tunnels, like, you're just gonna take hits. It's. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna just reroute now. Route timer. This guy, I guess I just routed. I might just need to remember, I guess, that I need to restart the routes a little earlier than that. I would have been paying attention to that. I might have just called that the first route. So the Ratfink's at 37, the Ratling is at 31, the Rager's at 37. Yeah, I don't know. So this Rager's got more hit points than this Ratling. So let's see here. So where are we on this map? Let's. Okay, well, we're starting to redot. So the way I got to that tunnel, I just dropped down for the tunnel entrance, and I just followed that map really closely to get to that lava pool area. And I really, like, without the map, this thing here just really was getting me lost. Like, I'd come out this way, and I was just sure I was still making progress in the direction that, like, making progress down the tunnel, and then I'd, like, end up back. There's, like, a vendor over here at, like, 19. It's like that I knew where that was. So I knew that I somehow got turned around and was going back in the wrong direction. I could not figure out how in the world was I going backwards. Oh, this Rager is raging. I guess I'll go this way. Oh, that was okay. Yeah, that was that. I mean, whatever. I'm just gonna. I probably need to redo the routes on. Well, this guy's about to die. Alright, that guy's about to die, so I won't reroute that one. By rattling. So, yeah, I mean, if I guess I would have been paying attention, I could have waited for it to die and then moved through, but. Whatever. %5 is 2 JBBs. This Rager's about to die. It may not die, but it doesn't actually. Oh, okay, it's gonna die. Giddy up. That's probably the last tick of that dot, I don't know. So going down the tunnel, the let's see, to the east from the lava room, there's a place to pull three. So oftentimes, like, if I sometimes I get lost when I go out this way. So let's see here. So where did I go? So I'm yeah we so this is that tunnel where I killed those two, and then let's see here. So like we're somewhere around in here. I say yeah. See, this is interesting. So this direction, I'm not even like totally sure on all this stuff. So this turn here, it's actually one of the ways is not a dead end. And honestly, probably the way to go to avoid people the most would be up this way. Honestly, I have no idea which way I'm facing right now. I just have kind of carved out a few of these paths. So let's see here. So this is the way to continue. Wait. Oh my goodness. The rat fink. I just looted the rat fink, right? So okay. So this is the direction to continue going down. One of these times I'm gonna have to figure out exactly where that corner is and figure out which way is the better way to go. Like I'm definitely past this, right? Which way am I going now? East, south, yeah, right? So I'm pretty sure I'm coming down this way. Which that like runs back into tunnel B, which I could always go down this tunnel the other way. I don't know. This is the way I usually go.
Fungi staff faded.
Let's see here. See if I can find another one. Okay, High Ranger. He's gonna beat the crap out of me, but not for long. Oh, okay, there's an ad. Yeah, I need to stay back here, right? Oh, the rat fink's on me. Okay, he did add target the rat fink.
Fizzle.
He's the tougher one. I don't know how I missed that. Alright, so now which one did I mallow? I have no clue. I didn't switch targets, right? So I'm pretty sure I mallowed that back one. I don't know where that extra path there came from. As I get farther away from that lava room, right, I'm less familiar with where I'm at. I don't always keep going this long. Okay, so let's see here. So I hope I can reach that last one. I think I can. So which way am I facing? I can't do that right now. Can I click it? No. So I'm facing west. Which means that way south. Yes, I'm going. I didn't do a route timer. Because I was not ready for that. Okay. I'll just do it early. So yeah, I seem to be going down this way somewhere. Like south and west, southwest. I'm probably like in here somewhere. I need to figure out where that corner is and then go north. I bet there's not many people that fight up there very often. Like where's 8, 9, 10, 11? It's it's the chessboard. Yeah, I bet very few people drop down into the rat maze from the chessboard. Alright, I'm just gonna root everything so I have a timer. There's no locations on the rat maze map. That's the only thing. Like, it would be nice to have a map that showed where the spawns were, showed where the pathers were, and had locations. Which nobody's gonna make that for me, right? So it's like if I want it, I have to
Fizzle.
make it. And the reality is, you know, nothing's kill on sight, so it's not that big of a deal. Like you are, it's just it would just take time. Like, unlike you know, a zone where all the mobs wanted to kill you. Let's see, how long has this video been? 47 minutes. So see, like, there won't be respawns back in that lava pit room for quite a while. But I don't know if I'll ever feel feel like going through and making that map. That map would be really helpful. This has turned into a pretty popular camp. I think a lot of people would get use out of it, and it would give me use while I'm here. I'd be able to more strategically think about like how I'm pulling things and where I'm pulling mobs to, and oh, hi Rager. All right, we'll call that the first one. Just gonna get murdered a little bit. It's okay. Don't worry about it. All right, so let's see here. That's the first one on the dot. Then it's the rat fink. Then it's that rager. So okay, so that's the dot order, but the root order is left rager, right rager, rat fink. But really, just one more root is going to be enough to kill everything, I think. Maybe. I don't know about this guy. I feel like the ratlings and the ragers sometimes, like, have low hit points. And the tearlings and the ratfings, like, never do. They're always, like, some of the tougher mobs. But sometimes the ragers and the rat, so they all have like level ranges, I'm sure. But they're all warrior mobs. There's on the in the bottom part, you know, like near the castle entrance, like down in here, even in this lava room, there's one of these little gnome things. So that I think they're called. I think that's literally what they're called, little gnomes. And they are rogues. So again, they're not kill on sight, but they will assist the rats, and they're low level. You don't get any experience for them, but they will run up and backstab you. The nice thing about, being over here is that there are no little gnomes. At least I haven't ran into one. And you run into them frequently on the other part of the zone of the rat maze. This would be a pretty good place to level like classes that like singles. You definitely can get some ads, but if you have a way of dealing with an ad or something, it's if you want to only be dealing with one or two at a time, you can do it. Like a monk could easily split these things, right? So it's the only thing is, the only way to get out would be to hammer or get to that lava room and run your way out. Oh wait, that's not the. Okay, let's just blast this guy down. That rager is about to die, I think. Yeah. So it'll take two of these. Oh yeah, and they flee if they're the only one. I forget that, but it's true. You kill all the other ones. The last one, it's at low health, and the root breaks. It flees. So I forget that actually. So that's nice. So it's not like they'll run and get one extra smack in the face before you kill it, or you have to reroute or something. Let's see, I'm going zooming around southwest. I need to figure out. I'll do that. Man. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, you're gonna stay there?
Fungi staff faded.
That's nice of you. Pull you to that other one. Which I believe was right here.
Fizzle.
Oh, serious? Thanks. You don't call me Biddy's Fizzles for nothing. Sweet Fizzle. See, if that Ratfig breaks, it's going to be a pain. If that Ratling's rooted there, I got to park that Ratfig, so I probably will. I guess I'll run down this tunnel again and move him back into this direction to root him, so I got a spot to be. If this guy breaks early, then I'll just pull him down to this tunnel, and then I can just have them both be in that tunnel. Okay, my regen. Oops. I should probably have an audio cue when that root timer is about to end. Which you can do on Gina. I should probably have it. Say, hey moron, your root's about to break. talisman for the next cast. So I wonder how close to that lava room I am. Ooh, okay, there we go. Hi, Mr. Rattling. So I'll call this the root timer now. And remove that guy. So 67, 69. They both have, these both have about the same amount of hit points. So maybe I'm just totally making things up when I say that. I don't know. So this one's at 61 after 2 dots. So it's like 5 and change will kill that one. 5 epic dot cast. Oh yeah, see this one is 55. So it is like it's 1 fewer cast of the epic dot. 5 will kill this one. 5 won't quite kill the rat fink. That's another thing that's annoying about those little gnome backstabbing mobs is that 1 cast of the epic dot isn't quite enough to kill it. Like, if 1 cast of the epic dot would kill it, then it's like, alright, you root it, you dot it, and you forget about it. But you can't do that, because that's not enough. But an epic dot and a JBB will kill them. And they drop squires. But squires are a dime a dozen, and they're not really worth anything. What do I got for cards right now on me? I see, I've got all the knights. That was the last knight I needed. So I'm going to need to move these. I only have 1 squire at the moment. A black one. On this guy. So I'm going to have to do some card shuffling. Alright, we'll probably do a Bane this time. On the rat fink. Rattling, I don't know, maybe not. Of course, if this breaks, I'm gonna get the crap beat out of me because I'm probably gonna have to run back down that tunnel to be able to see them both. Where's my mouse? Here. I might get beat up right now. Alright, that was close.
Fizzle.
Now...
Bungee staff faded.
Now they will be dying in the same number of casts of the epic dot. That rat fink will die faster. Seems like Bane and Knife and the epic dot do about the same amount of damage. That's... I mean, you can look up how much damage they do on the wiki. I could check that for sure, but... Seems like it's roughly about the same. Bane ticks way faster, though. And it's not free. Yeah, see that rat fink's almost dead now. Yeah, it's gonna die, actually. This one's gonna need 1 more. So I guess Bane does more damage than an epic dot, right? Because we said 5 casts of the epic dot wasn't going to quite be enough. So Bane actually does more damage than the epic dot. And it does it fast. But it's not free. Alright, so I'm going to do 1 more pull. I'm going to gate back to the lava room and do... There's a 3 pull So we went out north, ventured our way back down here somewhere. And if you go out this door, there's a spot. Let's see, where is it? Like, oh yeah, it's down this way. It's in this area where you can pull 3 pretty easily, and it's really close to the lava room. So a lot of times, like, yeah, I start off out the north tunnel. If I know I want like a 3 pull to end the session, then I gate back and go down that way. Sometimes I've gotten lost or I've gotten turned around and I just lose my orientation, and then I just gate back to the lava room and go start heading down another tunnel. So I'll do that here. Alright, so we'll gate back. Hello, lava room. So we're facing north, so that's the tunnel we went out. One of those little numbs paths in and out of here. I don't know if I said that at the beginning. So I definitely like fighting on this side, not on this side, to avoid having to deal with that green backstabbing mob. It'll backstab you for like 200 some damage. Alright, so left. And then just kind of work our way down this way. It does become a dead end, but so I go left here. And now, yeah, so see, there's these 2 pathers. And this is where I actually got myself killed. Oops. Ah, there, this guy. That guy, there's a static mob around this corner that I didn't realize it. And I got myself killed because that guy added. And yeah, that was bad. Okay, so let's see here. Alright, well, that guy's going back this way. Let's see. Can I get... I'm not going to get a mellow off. The problem with these tunnels is that... Alright. Let's see here. So getting this pulled is a little bit tricky. Okay. Probably going to get smacked behind, too. There's the first route. And then... Okay, let me mallow that guy so I didn't remember which one it was. I pulled the other one with mallow. Okay, and then I'll just root that guy right there. Oops. Alright. I do prefer going out that north tunnel to the east one just because I know it better. And my attempts of wandering out this way hasn't led to finding a ton of mobs. Again, I could spend some time kind of following the map and finding my way around and probably, do a little bit better, but there's this one where basically you just keep hugging left to get here. You go out the east tunnel and then you just keep hugging left. So you go east, then you turn left, and then you turn left, and then this is where we're at. So I think right there is that right? Or is it down here? No, it's not down here, right? Because we're yeah. So I guess it's right there is where that static mob is, and then the pathers will wander in here. So I'm sitting like right here right now, I think, with the 2 dudes rooted here, and then the one over here facing north, right? Yeah. So yeah, again, it's a maze. They call it the rat maze for a reason. But this area seems to be fairly easy to find, and there's 3 mobs, and it's close to where I'm bound, and
Fizzle.
Debating if I wanted to Bane there or not. That was actually not the first one I rooted. Okay.
Fizzle.
$61. So it's, okay, that's like, that means the fourth dot is just barely gonna not kill it. See, this one also 61. So annoying. Do they do that on purpose? This guy 58. So the fifth one will kill that guy. Well, it depends on regen, right? It's kind of close, but still, the fifth one should kill that one. But these, the fifth one won't kill. So maybe I'll just throw Banes on the Rat Fangs again. That will make it so that they'll die a lot faster. Whatever. I should still be able to med up, and I'm gonna log after this one in the video. Step my way down here in case this breaks it. And of course it did. We'll do this one. The Banes spend up a good amount of my mana bar because I don't have much mana.
Fungi Staff Bait.
Fizzle.
I do have a fair amount of hit points. Not a ton, but a fair amount of hit points. So we can turn those hit points into mana. It seems that I regenerate
Fizzle.
health
Fizzle.
roughly twice as fast, percentage-wise, as mana. So I usually try to make it so that, you know, the amount of empty space in my health bar is about double the amount of the mana. That seems to do a reasonable job of kind of balancing like when I would become full mana from just medding and become full life. That's the Bane difference. But This dot will end this rager, but I mean, that's so annoying. I gotta root him again. That root was going to fade. Before it would die. Tick tock on the clock, but the party don't stop. Man, that's terrible. I'm sorry. That's what you gotta start doing when you're riding mobs in a dungeon where there's nobody else and except your little rat friends. All right, that's all of them for today. First one of these, bottom left. First one of those today. I need to get a library card on this guy. I'm like running out of bag space. So let's see here, where'd that bottom left go? Here. Yeah. Well, that's in a bottom left spot. Top left, top right. I've been trying to like organize them. So that's like a full set there. That's a full set there. That's a top right, top bottom right. Yeah, so I can put a top left over here, right? So that would, those three, that one's just missing one. And then I got a top right here and a top right, a top left there. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna gate and camp. There's that last gnome. They're jerks. All right. Cheers.